Alright, so apparently a lot's been going on that I've been missing out on. But it's time to do some catching up. I just looked at headlines that said Nicki Minaj and her husband, Kenneth Petty, are about to get a divorce. Then I saw another headline that said, we thought she would be the one filing the divorce, but he is. What I'm getting to realize is a lot of people out here like to start these channels and do commentary, and they put a lot of fake stuff out in the air, right? It doesn't seem like Nicki Minaj is about to get any divorce, or not from what I can gather. However, you never know, because in these celebrity circles, it always looks like everything is perfect. That's why you always have regular people saying, "Oh, I wish I could be like them." Couples goals, couples goals. And a few more months down the road, they're divorced for real. And then you have another set of people who will be like, yeah, we saw that coming, right? Remember when the rumor was out that they were about to get a divorce and we didn't believe it? There you have it. That kind of stuff. So there might be trouble in paradise. We don't know. But this is what we do know. So according to a shout out to Atlanta Black Star, it says Nicki Minaj is attempting to shut down divorce rumors following a onstage sneaky life rant and tearful video about motherhood. Apparently, she got on stage and said some stuff that left people very concerned. It says that Nicki Minaj's Barbs, which is what she calls her fan base, they're very concerned about their queen. This is their queen bee. After recent footage hit the internet, in some of the clips, you could see her talking about wanting to be in love, and in another one, she's tearful, she's crying, and she seems to be hating how moms are devalued. Maybe she's just a normal human being that's just going through some overwhelming stuff. You know what I mean? She's on tour. She got a marriage she has to maintain. You got to put work in to maintain your marriage, right? Right. And then she got a husband to attend to inside of that marriage, and she has a young child. It's hectic work it takes to be a Nicki Minaj. And I'm sure she has all these corporate entities pulling her in 10 different directions, commitments that she has to make, radio spots she got to be at, this, that, and the other. So it's a lot of stuff. Maybe she's feeling the pressure. I don't know. But let's see why they said it looks like they're heading for divorce. So these bizarre videos have sparked intense speculation among the Nicki Minaj's devoted fans. Many of them are wondering if she and her husband are having troubles in their marriage, and she's just looking for a way out, or she is just looking for a way to vent, whatever. One video that prompted concern was posted on her Instagram stories June 10th. Y'all could go look it up. I haven't looked it up yet. Now she's wearing a pink satin bonnet and a robe as she speaks directly to her fans, and she seems to have been crying. Somebody said, "Yo, I honestly hope that she's okay." Nicki Minaj said in the video, quote unquote, "One day they're yelling push and you're in pain. Then one day comes out a beautiful baby boy. To God be the glory. Congratulations to every mama out there. You're doing a great job. In case no one told you that, you're doing a great job." She whispered this into the camera as if she is feeling a bit underappreciated. You know what I mean? And it gets like that sometimes. Many of the fans saw this and they immediately wanted to check to see if her mental health is okay. One of them said, "I just saw Nicki Minaj's IG story and I'm worried, and I don't even know what's up with her." Another one said, "Damn, this made my heart sink. I pray she's alright." Fans were also concerned after seeing a video where she appeared to be a bit intoxicated. Now, this ain't the first time Nicki seemed intoxicated. She's been on camera before where she looked like she was off the perks or off weed, not weed, but off coke or something. Matter of fact, a lot of people said it. Oh, in the comment section, Nicki looked like she playing with that nose candy. Nicki looked like she snorting lines, blah, blah, blah. Look, she might very well not be. She might have just had a cup of coffee and she is off straight coffee. Who knows? We don't know. We on the outside looking in. One person said, damn, Nicki Minaj needs rehabilitation. And I'm telling y'all, I say this objectively. She is not only high on weed. Remember, I said this. 2 other videos then sparked more concerns for her. I don't want to be loved. I don't want to love anyone. All it's ever done is take away my powers. That's what she said, right? These are 2 videos that sparked concerns where from her Pink Friday 2 World Tour, I guess she got up there and says, I don't want to be loved and I don't want to love anyone. All it ever does is take away my powers. Some people, think like that. Like, I don't want to love because I could get hurt if I love you. So I'm putting my guard up and I'm loving cautiously, but I ain't giving you too much love. That way, when you decide to hurt me or walk away or treat me like shit, I could walk away without feeling too attached, kind of thing. Mostly, that's done by people who've been hurt deeply before, you know what I mean? Or people who have a lot to lose. It seems that Nicki has included in her set a segment where she says, I don't want to be loved and I don't want to love anyone. It's entertainment. She's on stage saying it. But how much of this entertainment is actually her real life? She's venting on stage. Artists often do this. Now, all it's ever done is taken away my powers to be a machine. This is what she continued by saying, according to a partial clip from her Sunday, June 9th show in Paris at the Accor Arena. She said, I'd rather be lied to than loved. I'd rather be not with that person in my face all day, but having a secret life and a sneaky life behind my back. I wonder if she's dropping hints. And this is where a lot of people started saying, I wonder if Kenneth Petty is cheating on her and she found out. Because why would a married woman and mother get up on stage and start saying stuff like this, right? Makes no sense. I don't want to love anyone. I don't want to be loved. Lie to me. I like it that way better. All that's ever done was take away my powers to be a machine. According to a partial clip, right? And then she went on to say, I'd rather be lied to than loved. And I'd rather be not with that person in my face all day, but having a secret life and a sneaky link behind my back. So who's in her face all day? Kenneth Petty, her husband. He's on tour with her. Kenneth actually had to go to court to get cleared to be on tour with his wife, Nicki Minaj. And he actually told the judge that this is detrimental for me to be on tour with my wife, right? So he could be there to help with Papa Bear, which is their son, their new son, and basically so his marriage won't fall apart. Wifey won't be touring the world and be estranged from him and all that. Man, there's a lot that goes into this whole fame that we see behind the scenes, juggling a family that we don't know about, right? Because we're not famous and we don't have to jump on private jets and be in other countries doing world tours while your spouse is sitting at home waiting for you to come home. Or while you're doing it with a husband and a kid by your side. Now, in another clip from her Friday, June 7th concert in Berlin, Germany, show at the Uber Arena, Nicki Minaj said, and if you ever felt loved and then it left, let it. Because there is something way more beautiful waiting in store for you. Now, her fans are thinking. One of them says, this tour is waking me up. That Queen Sleaze persona is finally leaving and she is getting her powers back. Another one said, she is legit remembering who she is for real, for real. Oh shit. Well, a few fans of hers took to TikTok and said that these are not the first times that she has hinted that she is no longer in love with her love. One person said she's been talking about being in love and moving on, but this is way deeper than any other show, and especially Birmingham, UK, she did, because I was there. Another TikTok user wrote, I know that she doesn't speak on her personal life very often, and I hope that she's okay. Sometimes there's nothing wrong with being single and just living the single life. See, people are always ready to welcome you back to the single life. She's a married woman. She got a child. Where's she going being single? Listen, if you're a woman with a child, you ain't never single, because after you get single away from the child's father, you're going to have to find yourself another man. You're not going to become a nun. You're going to be with another man. And now you have a complicated dynamic of a guy that you're going to be sexing and trying to build a life with while you are raising a child that is not his. So you're asking a strange guy to come into your life and play daddy role for your son that you love so much. It gets way more complicated once you become a mommy. It ain't no longer, oh, I'm moving on. I'll put this love to the side. I'm not in love with you anymore. Let me go find somebody else. And another thing is, modern day people, they fall in and out of love so fast, right? When the relationship is riding on a high and it feels like you've been swept off your feet and this is your forever, they hope that it stays that way. And the moment the honeymoon phase is over and real life starts to happen, this is where we get mad at each other. We don't speak for a couple of days. We sleep in separate rooms in the house, etc. They start filing divorce. They start running in opposite directions. And that's exactly when you're supposed to be fighting for your relationship and building your relationship stronger, but most people run. I don't even know why people get married in modern times, because statistics shows that 80% of the marriages that are done today will be over, divorce, separated in the next 5 to 10 years. If that doesn't tell you that yours might not make it, you got an 80% chance of your marriage failing if you get married today. Another TikTok user said, I know she doesn't speak a lot on her personal life, but I hope she's okay. And sometimes it's okay to just be single. The single life is what seems to be in the plans for her. After the performance and the emotional Instagram story, she wrote, yes, single. Yes, single. Now, that right there is what threw everybody off, because everybody is like, yes, single. Is she dropping a new single? I mean, or is she saying that she is choosing to be single? I don't know. Now check it. Right after all that, right, she put out pictures. And the pictures and video clips are of her and their son and her husband, Kenneth Petty, boarding a private jet on one leg of her European tour. Now, you got to understand, Nicki is huge in Europe. You know what I mean? She's huge everywhere, but she's super huge in Europe. Now, while she was live streaming, not live streaming, but she posted this, and you see them boarding a private jet or whatnot. Nicki is 41 years old. She's a grown woman, okay? And she probably just wants different things in her life right now, more stability. She's probably not feeling so sure about herself anymore, and you need that husband there to tell you you're still beautiful and, you know, to goo goo gaga after you and all that other stuff. I don't know if she's getting that from her husband. She got 28 million followers on Twitter, and those are the people who are mostly questioning her relationship. So she put these video clips and pictures out of her and her husband and her son boarding a private jet. And people are saying, yeah, she's putting that out just to do some damage control. I don't know if her and Kenneth probably made up after the argument. So she is like, look, we're okay. But, you know, whatever made her get on stage and say, I don't want to be loved and all that, and I would rather not have the person in my face all day while having some secret life or hookup behind my back. Now, Kenneth Petty is a whole nother story. A lot of people know about his issues, the sex offender issues, even though it's a little bit complicated. But so the probation officer overseeing Kenneth Petty's case, they stemmingly initially from the first degree attempted rape conviction in April of 1995, hasn't raised any objection to his travel request, and he was able to go on tour with his wife, right? Kenneth made headlines last September when he received a 120-day house arrest on top of all his other problems for violating his probation after posting social media clips containing aggressive messages towards the Migos rapper Offset. Now, when he did that, he was out in the streets, and people were like, why did Nicki marry such a guy? Like, look at this grown-ass man acting like he's some hood ninja out here in these streets. Come on, your wife is Nicki Minaj. You playing with millions and hundreds of millions of dollars. Go chill in the mansion in the hills. Let success be your revenge. Why are you out here acting like you a hood dude on a corner? Now, the reason why he was on probation in the first place was because he is a registered sex offender. And when they moved from New York to California or LA, whatever, he was supposed to register. And they got to register everywhere they go. And he failed to register. And because he had failed to register, they put him on that probation. Now, while he was on probation, he went out into these streets beefing on social media with the Migos or with Offset from the Migos, and boom, back on another long-ass house arrest. Now, while live streaming the arrest, the rapper claimed that airport security tried to get her to make a statement. This is when Nicki herself got in some issues overseas when they said they found her somewhere on her tour with light drugs. Light drugs. She was arrested last month on suspicion of possessing soft drugs in the Netherlands. Light drugs, soft drugs. What are they talking about? Was it a little bit of weed? Because I know coke is considered to be hard drugs. Now, while live streaming the arrest, she claimed that the airport security tried to get her to make a statement with no lawyer present, and she's not doing that, after finding a pre-rolled in bags that were not authorized for them to take. Pre-rolled marijuana joints. A police spokesperson later confirmed that Nicki Minaj had been arrested for possession of soft drugs. Nicki has since rescheduled her concert in Manchester in the UK after missing the show while she was still in custody in Amsterdam. Nicki and Kenneth got married in October of 2019. People are rude sometimes on social media. One person says, I hope Papa Bear is merely a nickname for that child. Parents don't think about the implications of giving their child a ridiculous name. Now, everybody knows Papa Bear is the damn child's nickname. Nicki is from the Caribbean. Caribbean people give everybody in their family a nickname. Everybody in the Caribbean family, they have a first name, a middle name, a last name, and a name that's none of those names. That's just how they do, right? J Boo, another person says, is that still a thing? Not wearing trousers that fit you properly and actually covering your backside, which is what they gathered while they were watching the clips of Kenneth Petty going up the private jet steps with his pants hanging off a little bit, right? And another person said, showing a united front with a convicted sex offender. This is not a goof look? Please say that Papa Bear is just a nickname, if not poor kid. And another person says, what kind of woman marries a sex offender and then has a kid with him? Unbelievable. Listen, at the end of the day, it looks like her marriage is intact. And at the end of the day, if it ends, there's nothing we could do about it. We just got to watch that train crash in slow motion, right? I wish her all the best regardless, man. That mummy job ain't easy, and I know her fans are wishing her all the best, and I'm going to do the same because I'm that kind of person. I just wish good for everybody because I want good for myself. I'm going to leave this in the comment section for you to leave your comments and tell me if you think that Nicki Minaj's marriage is on the rocks. Do you think her venting on stage about not wanting to be loved and not wanting to love someone because it takes away her superpowers and it takes away from her being a machine? And then she came back and said single, yes, single. And I don't want somebody in my face, playing behind my back, but in my face all the time. I'd rather be lied to. Do you think she's talking about her own relationship? And do you think there could be trouble in paradise? Let's have that discussion in the comment section below, and I'll catch you on the next video. It's Hot Topics TV, BrainFLoTv. You already know if the topic is hot, we're on it. I'm out. Peace.